Hello, hello, and welcome to Simulacra Studios presents Dungeons & Dragons Acquisitions Incorporated. I am your Dungeon Master, Scott, and here are my lovely players.
Hello, I am Matthew Malice, the Verdan Life Cleric of Lythander, also the Cartographer of the group. Hello.
Hi, I'm Ray. I'm playing Inisalia, your everyday Tiefling Paladin, who is also the Secretarian of the group.
I am John. I'm playing Ilbreyan Jenkins. He's the Loremonger of the group and a half-elf Warlock.
Oh.
And hello, my name is Nigel. I play Rynford, Gimaldree, Tunslayer, a rock gnome wizard, and the group's Documancer.
Great. So,
we all get it right, guys. We did it right.
We did.
Except you didn't say your name. You didn't say Lowin's name.
Anyway, when last we left our heroes, they had just discovered the means of accessing the Dran Enterprises headquarters here in Luskin, which is apparently a small boat on the docks called the Dangerous Business. That apparently there's some sort of mystical portal system that allows you access to not just the headquarters, but all sorts of different Dran Enterprises facilities. They were beginning to plot their way on to that boat, which is apparently, they know that it's heavily patrolled by Dran Enterprises guards, and is, a little bit difficult to just walk your way onto. They had hatched beginnings of a plan of talking to some people that they knew in the city, and were speaking with a ne'er-do-well by the name of Velos in a local tavern, who they assisted they assisted with a medical issue, who basically told them that, yeah, he's familiar with the docks. He can help you guys look around the docks and try and find a way in. But exactly where we left off is that a friend of the party, a simple man, this is kind, good-hearted, no, probably not. A simple man by the name of Zorb, who's the door guard to the Fishbone Tavern where they are located, has sort of aligned his purpose in life with achieving a sense of cosmic justice, because a goblin ate his teeth once. And now he wants to right that scale. And now that he has a fine new set of metal teeth, gifted to him by Rynford, Tunslayer. Exactly. He has the plan in mind, and he bursts into the tavern with a little chalk diagram, because he had been thrown for a loop by Ilbreyan, who brought up the quandary, well, what if the goblins eat your new teeth? And so he has this little chalk diagram. He's figured it out. He's got it. And if you look on Twitter right now, that diagram is there. I have recently tweeted it. So you can see that there. And he's like, I've figured it out. I put a mask on, and then the gobbo can't get to me teeth.
Good idea.
I think there's like a blink for a moment until he says, I'll put a mask on for the gobbo. Oh, yes, that. We were considering that the whole time. Yes, of course.
Yeah, it turns out if you put a fucking mask on, you can protect yourself from all manner of fucking terrible things.
Well, of course. I mean, only only an absolute idiot would know that. I mean, obviously.
As your local, cleric health provider here, I encourage wearing a mask in most situations.
Yes. Can be very protective. Looking out for yourself and others. Showing empathy for those around you, even.
Yes.
In case they want to eat your teeth.
Yeah, empathy and all that. Why is the goblin not green?
Well, I only got the black crayon and the red crayon.
I'll go through my bag. I'm sure I've got a green pencil or crayon or something, and I'll hand it to him.
He's like, oh yeah, this will add to it, and he colors in the little goblin head.
There you go.
He's all like, right, well, when I get off shift, I'm going to go get a mask.
You should.
That's good. That's very good.
I've heard they're very fashionable now.
Oh, yeah, you can get all sorts of designs, you can look cool while wearing them.
You know what? I think you're going to be a trendsetter. I think so many people are going to watch you happy because you've just done a horrible thing, but happy nonetheless, in your mask, and they're all going to say, I want to be happy too. I'm going to wear a mask.
Now, I just want to say that we can talk about the moral quandaries of eating another thinking being's teeth. But I think we can all agree that wearing a mask is a good thing.
Yes.
Truly. Yeah.
Yes.
So
I prefer if you didn't eat the goblin's teeth, especially if it's not the one that you're supposed to eat, but, wear a mask at least.
all right, we shouldn't really eat teeth at all. I'm just going to make that very clear before we go anywhere.
I'm not some fucking, Johnny Teeth Eater.
That's true.
But it's fucking balanced, man.
You're right.
I hope and I wish you good luck in your pursuit of justice.
Right, I gotta go out by the door and watch the door. But, yeah, thank you. You really poked holes in my plan and made it better.
That is what we ultimately do. We poke holes in things.
Happy to help.
And he heads out the door. But Velas is like, yeah, that was weird.
We needed this. I say, we just needed this, okay?
Lowin, do you remember a little while ago we were talking about unintended consequences?
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm beginning to feel a little bit of that myself. So, you are not alone.
I'm aware.
Okay.
Sometimes rocks roll down hills, and you just have to watch them roll.
Sometimes you fashion those rocks into sharp, jagged sets of teeth, and then they devour a village.
Yeah, we'll have to see how that ends up. But regardless, I think we have to go deal with the Dran Enterprises thing now.
I agree. More important things.
He says, Velas says, I'm going to go talk to some folks, and I'll be back here in a couple of hours.
That's fine. I'll work. Thank you.
Okay, so yeah, he heads out, and are you guys going to be doing anything else, or you just wait for him? What's the plan?
What exactly is our plan that we want to do when he gets back? Assuming he gives us, there's no huge revelatory information.
Well, go ahead, Inisalia.
Oh, I believe he's going to give us more information on how we can get onto the boat, so we can then get that taken care of.
Once he gives us the information and we kind of formulate our plan, I'll ask Liontander for some guidance. I'll cast Augury.
Okay.
And we'll get some insight to how fortuitous or not fortuitous this will be.
And as a note, it's more than just him gathering information. He is going to be setting up a distraction for us to lure away some of the heavier patrols. And
once we get on there, what do we want to do? Is that to get into? I know there's a door.
That's the quandary that currently lies before us, because we can either do the whole sneaky thing and look around and try to get information as best we can, or we can try to find someone and just come at them relatively straight, let them know mostly what we are there for, to try and get information about if Dran Enterprises is behind these attacks, and to possibly try to assist them in thwarting whoever actually is.
Point there, though, in case, and I wanted to repress it too, so going to go back to some information we got earlier regarding potential mind manipulations from what could potentially be, an illithid?
Yeah, what about it?
That's really bad! But
it's very bad. My calm and flippant demeanor masks crippling terror.
Oh, that's good.
I was wondering how you get it all the time.
That's my secret. I'm always scared.
Oh, well, that makes me feel a little better, because I am too. But anyways, assuming this is the case, and it seems very strongly that it could be at least related to them, that means we can't necessarily trust the brains of those they're working with, then, can we?
Ooh, Ilby, I'll do you one better. We can't trust ourselves.
No, you're not doing this to me. That's going to break me. I'm not going to listen to that.
Hey, I put my hand on like Ilby's arm. Like, okay, it'll be okay.
Nope, they have not erased my brain.
My mind has not been messed with.
This is not all an elaborate illusion that when we're all actually trapped into a table where they're taking a person apart limb by limb. That's not happening at all.
That's very descriptive.
But it could be.
But it could.
But it's probably not.
Hey, Rynford.
Yeah.
Put it back a little bit. Just pull it back a little bit.
I suppose. I mean, he brings up a very good point, and it's not.
But
just
that's not
me.
helpful right now.
Do you want to break him now?
I mean,
It's okay.
yeah.
I'm hyperventilating. It's a helpful process. Okay. Breathe in the courage. Breathe out the bad fears.
There you go. Yep.
Do you need a bag?
Yes.
Okay, so you guys going to do anything while he's out and about, or are you guys just going to wait for him to come back?
Probably just wait for him to come back. I didn't think of anything particular I want to get
Okay.
done.
So you guys hang out here for a bit. Friar, brings you some drinks, brings you some more fish stew. It's all they have. And eventually, Velis comes back. It looks like he's gotten like a more robust bandage and wrap around his hand.
Oh, good.
And he says, like, all right, well, I've talked to some of my boys, and we can definitely get you into the area, get you, sort of under cover of night, get you guys close to where you need to be. What do you want? Like, how do you guys want to do this? I have some people who are very familiar with the docks and we can do all sorts of things. What do you guys want? How do you guys want to handle this?
I mean, we don't want something that's going to be easily ignored or attract too much attention. And you probably have a better idea of what these guards would actually investigate. Like, a horse has thrown its shoe and some dashing swain is there swooning. I don't know if that's really going to get their attention or not. Mugging, they could just be like, that's funny. Like, what?
Well, I'll tell you this tonight. These guards are pretty professional. So whatever it is, it's going to have to, like, be a threat to what they've been paid to do.
What about a fire? Not a real fire. We don't want a real fire, but
Why not? Why not a real fire?
Well, we don't want the docks to catch on fire, the ships to catch on fire.
Can I remind you just how much piracy flows through these docks?
Not that we're looking to. He kind of looks to the guys. Not that we're looking to judge or anything, but moral relativism.
Did we get smuggled on?
We could try. Yeah.
Because
there's not a lot of product moving onto you guys want to get on, you guys have not told him that you want to get specifically onto the dangerous business. You've told them that you want to deal with Dran Enterprises, and he knows that the ship called the Rogue is associated with Dran Enterprises, which is next to the dangerous business, but not the. He's like, I suppose, yeah, we could crate you guys up and get you guys. We might need a little bit of help, with the logistics of that sort of thing, but we can probably get you into some crates and get you onto the Rogue.
Well,
What about the dangerous business?
The little yacht? The little dinghy yacht?
that's where we need to go.
Oh. Oh, well, shit. He kind of scratches his head. He's like, all right, I'll tell you what. He gets into his pack, and he pulls out like a little roughly drawn sketch of the section of the docks. And I will move you guys over to the map.
For your convenience, this is easily divided up into a 5-foot by 5-foot grid.
We love grids around here.
Also, terribly detailed is the map.
And I will, yes, and there we go. Hold on, let me change over to the part that has the stuff.
I mean, the graphing potential.
So,
okay?
yeah,
That's
yeah.
what the grids are for.
You can, if you guys want to go into Roll20, then you guys should be on the section. And so, yeah, he shows you where this is like an outlay of the pier. He says, the rogue is there. There's the dangerous business. And there's another ship that it's kind of like, this ship is also called the Ghost.
The big one?
Yeah.
The book.
So the dangerous business is kind of hemmed in by these two ships and that long pier. And he says, like, well, that's how it is. That's how it was as of this afternoon. And he says, there's patrols that go up and down the piers, up and down the dock, pretty regularly.
But I'm assuming the dangerous business doesn't get, like, shipments or anything. It's small and hemmed in.
Not really. Not that any of my boys notice. It kind of just dangerous business. It goes in and out every now and then, but for the most part, from what we can tell, it just belongs to some rich asshole.
Actually, I have an idea. The Rynford police in Ilby poke holes in this, just like he did Zorb's plan.
All right.
What happens if they caused a disturbance, attracted the attention of all the guards? Like maybe there's a big dispute about we have a big shipment that was supposed to be going on the rogue, and there's an issue with the paperwork, whatever. Things like that happen all the time, but it draws enough attention. Most of us, then another one of his boys, while we're in crates, takes us to dangerous and just plops us on there, and we wait.
I see what you mean.
Because if we're on a box, it's not like they're like, oh, there's just a box on your business. Okay, whatever, move on.
That seems reasonable, yeah. Then we can just wait. And eventually, well, now here's the thing. Eventually, someone is going to try and look inside the crates. Now, we can try to be out of the crates by the time that happens.
Mm-hmm.
But we are sort of relying on them not realizing that something has changed.
I mean, it's all risk, right? But if we're
a tiny boat,
yeah,
unless it has a hold that allows us to be thrown in there and we can just kind of come out.
Yeah, he's just like, yeah, it's pretty small. Like he says, like this little area here, I don't think it has much of a hold. Like this is kind of like a cabin that's on top of it, but then it's basically just one deck.
No. I don't know if we were necessarily talking about sneaking us aboard the dangerous business, or rather, there are crates on the docks, right?
Oh yeah, plenty of
Yeah.
lots of trade.
Throw us on top of a stack of those, and we'll blend right in.
Yeah, we can definitely get you like onto the pier or onto the dock in crates. Yeah, especially if we cause a distraction. You know.
And then that way, and then when then we wait until everything dies down. Oh, that's right. You basically sneak us with a box. We get here, everyone's distracted. We hop out of the box, quickly get onto the dangerous business, and then the box is.
And we have your little friend to help us out with that, don't we, Rynford?
I mean, he can sneak around, but he's not going to help all of us be stealthy.
No, but we could be in the box, and can't you go into his, you can kind of go into his brain?
I don't know, can I? And then, like, Zuzkamov, pokes his head up and, crab skitters towards you.
No!
I forgot what he looked like.
Velos starts screaming.
Put it away.
What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? Like the barmaid like jumps up and looks at us, she starts clawing at her eyes it is unnatural. Get it out!
Rynford, put your friend away.
Fine.
Is he gone?
I put him back in my hood.
Okay.
Friar is like, what the fuck have you brought into my bar? What the fuck was that?
Oh, okay. It was an image. It's not real, or it's not really what it is. Just an image. It was a bad joke. Is all it was. It was a bad joke.
Give me a persuasion. Give me a deception check, please.
Yeah, sure.
I'm so glad you were the one who was rolling this and not me.
Well, we'll see. 14.
She's all like, "That was a real fucking bad joke.
It was a real bad joke.
People
That
fucking
joke
eat.
wasn't-
People fucking eat in here."
That is my bad. I am very sorry. It will not happen again.
Gnome humor.
That's true. We're going to be casually racist about this.
Yeah, just go right ahead. I deserve it.
So we like the plan, and then our friend can pop us out of the box.
At the very least, let us know that the case is clear, and then we can just pop out ourselves.
That'd
Yeah.
probably be better. I mean, I could pop us out of the box.
Yeah, we're not going to have any sort of mechanical interaction done by creatures.
I don't want to watch it either. I really don't.
Okay. I like this plan because it's my plan.
Of course.
It's a good plan.
You make a great plan.
Okay. So, Velos and his buddies, So the plan is they're going to cause a distraction, draw some of the guards off for the immediate area. Then they're going to sneak in a crate or two with you guys in it.
Right.
And then you guys are just going to hunker down and see what you can see from there. Is that the plan?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, Zazgamoth's gonna go be our eyes.
We probably have like a few like holes in the boxes or something so that we can either see out or have the zoom off pop through.
Okay.
Well, if
all
I remember
right.
correctly, Zeskamov can just be invisible, right?
No, he's
What?
a rat.
He's a rat. No.
I thought
Well-
he was not just a rat.
Not anymore. Let me...
A rat-like creature.
Isn't he an imp?
No.
Oh, okay.
He has been modified.
Okay.
He currently has the imp familiar stats.
Oh.
That's right. He is.
But with
Can be
a modification that he has proficiency in thieves' tools.
Right.
Which means he can be invisible.
So,
He can just be on the box, invisible.
Let me just double check that.
or hell, he could just be on a banister nearby because he's invisible.
Yeah, he does have it can turn invisibility, his concentration. It's like
Oh,
concentration on the spell. It can change its shape. Well, no, it can no longer change its shape. It is what it is now. But it is also, let's see, yeah, it's pretty stealthy in and of itself. So we will go ahead and fast forward a little bit. You guys are
Good.
deposited on the... What the fuck?
John, did you want something?
I was just gonna say because I remember we were gonna, ask the gods.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I will ask my god. Did I make a good plan? Is this going to be a fortuitous plan?
Are we all gonna die?
Okay, so all right, what specifically are you rolling for? What are you asking for?
Augury. It's augury.
But what question are you posing to
Question
Lathander?
is sneaky on the dangerous business in this way good? Is this a fortuitous action or not?
Do you have to make a roll for that?
No.
Okay.
It's something we're going to do in the next 30 minutes, so I'll probably do it just before we get going.
Yeah, you'll probably want to do this right before you guys are like put in the crate.
Yeah. Basically, it's just wheel, and woe are nothing. Wheel is good, woe is bad. Wheel, woe is obviously both. I don't get any details.
It is wheel and woe. There's a lot of danger involved in this. It's not as dangerous as though you were to just like storm the place.
Correct.
But it's not a for sure thing.
Storm the place. Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. So you guys are deposited. There's kind of a hubbub over on up here on the ledge above the place. There seems to be like it's kind of like a combination of like a big cart spill that like and a small fire. And you guys, in the midst of which you guys are brought in with crates to here, where I put your tokens.
Okay.
So you guys are currently in crates there.
Do we have a token for Zuzgamov?
Let me see about that.
Old Zuzzy. Not quite as huggable as he used to be.
He wasn't that huggable to begin with.
Yeah, the bar was low.
Yeah, but he really went over the deep end.
I thought he was like a cute little Norway rat.
Yeah, he was always a little.
He was a little five-ish.
All right. Well, it doesn't seem to be able to give you control based off the setting of this. But anyway, I'll put it where you want it to go. So he is there. He's with you guys, and about 20 minutes go by and things seem to calm down. And what you guys are able to see initially, is currently there is a patrol of guards over on this pier. And you guys can tell that there are, on the dangerous business itself, 4 guards that seem to be just hanging out. And that's what you guys can tell from just like looking out of the crates.
Before we get in, I would just propose that we use Lowin as our telepathic relay, so that for the foreseeable future, whenever we talk, it'll just be assumed that we're talking to Lowin, and Lowin is broadcasting that to the rest of us.
Sure.
Well, I have to go one by one.
Yeah, it's party line style. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
So with that, I can go ahead and hop into Zuzgamov and just tell you all what I see.
Okay, sure, yeah, we can handle it that way. So, yeah, Zuzgamov goes invisible. Hold on. I will put a little thing on him.
And I'll just guide him like up the oh god, I used to actually know what these were. The ropes that actually attach the tie downs that keep the dangerous business anchored where they are.
Okay, so you will send him down the pier and onto the dangerous business?
Yep.
Okay.
Just another invisible rat in a dockyard.
Nothing
Okay,
to see
noted.
here, literally.
Yeah, you put him onto the thing. There is, like I said, there are 4 guards just sort of manning their posts here. And there is a door that leads into a cabin, pretty much right where I've put Zuzgamov.
Does it look like, has the door got any sort of gaps or holes, like near the bottom, somewhere that the rat could squeeze in?
Give him, let's see here. There looks like a crack that he could probably get into. I will go ahead and make a dexterity roll from him because he doesn't actually have acrobatics.
He does not.
Because he's an imp, and they don't have that. Yeah, he finds a crack and skizzles his way in. Let me bring up the information here.
In clown school, kind of worked out for him.
Okay, and I will read you what I have here. The small square cabin's interior is far larger than its exterior, opening up as an oval room 30 feet long and 15 feet wide. Crumpled on the floor before an iron door on the far side of the room, the body of a guard lies in a pool of blood. Standing closed between Zuzgamov and the body, 6 other oval-shaped iron doors are the only features in the room. Each door has a heavy latch that bears the insignia of Dran Enterprises, but no lock is visible. Above each of the iron doors, a differently shaped and colored glowing stone is set.
Do these stones have any sort of writing on them?
Nope.
What are their shapes and colors?
Let's see. They're all sort of hexagonal shaped. There is a ruby, an emerald, a sapphire, a diamond, an onyx, and like a milky quartz.
I relay all of this to the rest of the party. The guard that is crumpled in the middle of the room in a pool of blood?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Thoughts?
Check pockets. Check the pockets. Look. See if there's like a note or anything else.
Dear diary, I died today, leaving a note in case someone finds me.
Maybe.
Stranger things are currently happening.
I mean, the challenge that we now face is getting into this room without alerting the guards,
I'm gonna work on that.
and then just using my key to go through one of these doors.
Okay. Are you going to examine the guard?
Yes,
Okay.
Zuzgamoth will do his best to, with
Okay.
tiny little scrabbly paws,
Okay.
look through his stuff.
Yeah, you go through him. The dead guard is a male half-orc. When the first thing you kind of notice is that it looks as though his skull has been shattered and his brain has been removed. The only other really notable thing you find on his shirt, you find a little like torn piece that looks like a pin or a brooch has been torn off of it. And you find a black rectangle bearing unintelligible signals just sort of resting on top of his chest.
As if it were placed there intentionally.
Exactly.
Is that large enough for Zuzgamoth to pick up?
Yeah, he could pick that up.
Okay. That also becomes invisible when he picks it up, and I'm going to have him bring it back to the crate with us.
Okay. Yeah, he skizzles his way back to y'all.
Hey, Scott.
Yeah.
Would I be able to make, I don't know, some kind of roll to see if a particular type of gem is associated with Dran Enterprises? Is that anything that would come to mind for that?
Give me a history check.
What's the boat's name that we're gonna go to?
Dangerous business.
The dangerous business.
Going to. Sorry, I have that written down.
The headquarters.
Maverick.
Yeah, the headquarters of Dran Enterprises is called the Maverick.
Okay.
Got it.
And I'd like to pitch potentially using my artisan
Sure,
jewel
yeah.
crafting. Awesome. So, yeah. Oh, I'm going to use my inspiration.
Okay.
I rolled a 1.
Oof.
A lot better. All right, that's a
Double
20.
ones.
That's a 21.
Gotcha. Not particularly. You don't think that there's any strong association with anything. You do recall Arla mentioned that there was some sort of like coded security system that that they change fairly regularly, and you think, like, putting a couple of things together, you think that there's probably some sort of correspondence between whatever gem is above whatever door and wherever that door leads. And you're and you think you put it together that they probably change that around fairly regularly and then update their employees on a need-to-know basis as to which door goes where.
I'll relay that.
While he's looking at, like, getting Zuzgamoth to come back and everything, I'm going to peek through, like, one of my holes or cracks in my... Right? I'm going to look at, like, this guard over here. I'm going to do detect thoughts on him.
Okay.
On who?
On one of the guards.
Hold on. While this is going on,
Sure.
this patrol of guards comes over here, and then while they're doing that, the guards that were drawn away come back and head on. Oh, come on, goddammit. And head over to this pier. Sorry, moving dudes around. Okay, so yeah, that guard that you do detect off on, his surface thoughts, he's thinking, he was like, well, that was exciting. I'm going to eat bacon tonight. Yeah, bacon and
There's a
bacon
in
and
my own head. There's like bacon. Let me see if I can go.
so he makes. Are you going to try and probe his thoughts more?
Yes.
Okay.
He needs to make a Wisdom DC 13 save.
Okay, hold on, give me a second. Yeah, you are able to get into his head. Now, normally you have to like shape the conversation to try and get him to think about specific things.
Well, no, actually, that's if I just want to read his surface
Oh,
thoughts.
okay.
If I'm just like digging.
Okay, so you're digging in. So what are you
digging for something? Let me just. I'm rereading it right now just to make sure I'm doing this correctly. Yes. All I had to do is. If make a wisdom save, you gain insight into its reasoning, its emotional state, and something and something that looms large in its mind, such as okay. If it succeeds, the spell is okay. So it failed. So it's actually, yeah, I couldn't. Yeah, I would have to like shape the conversation to try to bring up some thoughts, like the code or anything like that. So I guess I just learn more about like what his current emotional state is.
I mean, he's low key anxious, just because, like you hear like, yeah, there's been shit going down. You know, the company's been dealing with some raids, and people are going missing, and you know he got guard duty, and he's just kind of low key anxious about things.
Okay, and nothing looming large in his head, like no.
No, he seems to be a pretty simple guy with a pretty simple life.
All right, that'll be me for right now.
Okay.
Until I take something else.
Okay. So yeah, Zezemoth comes back and he brings the card back with him. What is everybody doing?
I will hang on, make sure that I've got the right spell for this. I'm going to cast as a ritual Detect Magic.
Okay.
On the black rectangle that Zezemoth brought back.
Sure. Let me check that.
It's one action in 10 minutes. It's verbal and somatic.
Okay.
Assuming I can do it quietly. If I have to like yell at any point, then I won't be doing that.
Yeah, no. You're able to do it quietly from in here. Yes, there is some magic on it. It's not very powerful. It does seem to be of necromantic quality.
All right.
It's just kind of a low magical field on it. If you'd like to roll Arcana to try and suss out a little bit more.
Yes, I will. Arcana 18.
So this, it's kind of like an encoded message, but it only seems to activate when the card is held by someone who has died and been resurrected. It seems to be just sort of hidden beyond, like, only a mind that has gone through that process has any chance of encoding the information on this card.
Do we know anyone who has done that? Because none of us have.
Doesn't come to mind. I mean, probably. Like the tales of like Jim Dark Magic and like the upper management have, yeah.
Oh yeah, sure, probably, but like no one that we can get in touch with, like
probably, yeah, no.
5 or 10 minutes.
All C-level employees have made dark pacts with gods to come back to life.
Indeed.
I like to imagine that.
I'm working on it.
Well, I mean, I guess, guys, I think that we might have to take matters in our own hands.
This group of guards moves on to the rogue, and this group of guards moves over here.
Okay.
What time of day is it?
I think it's night.
So
Yeah,
the group closest to the rogue went onto the rogue.
Mm-hmm.
The
Gotcha.
other group, where did that go?
They are, well, hopefully this will happen. They are over here now,
Where is here?
where I'm pinging. They're basically they're essentially right on top of you. Like, they're not on the pier yet, but they're very close to you.
I think what we're really doing is waiting for these big groups to to go away. Like, we need it. We need them to go away, or this isn't going to work. We may be able to sleep. Rynford may be able to sleep just the 4 on the boat.
Well,
I can also cast sleep.
Can you?
Well, what?
Yeah,
You can.
I picked it up.
as I relay, like, what?
All right, so we have some options. So those have gone to the rogue, okay, and can Zuzgamov at least show us that that the ones that went on to the rogue, are they kind of like on the border that's next to the dangerous business, or are they kind of further down?
They're further down right now.
So I could try to trick them, these guys that are next to us, to maybe go down the alleyway that is to the north. My minor illusion could do that, potentially.
If I get lucky, if I concentrate really hard with my amplifier, I can make one of them do something.
And what level can you cast sleep at? Because we live in the world of Dungeons and Dragons, we all understand what levels are for spells. So
Circles.
It's level 1, but I can cast it at level 2 if needed.
okay, I can do the same thing. So if you want, we can increase our chances of knocking out all the guards if you take 2 and I take 2.
Okay,
Then we can
that sounds like a plan.
bring them into the little box with the little room into the boat.
Well,
Next.
if we can remove from the equation the 8 of those people there, and then we only have to do a 4, I feel like the sleep would work a lot better.
No, that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
If I look out and the group that's really close to us, Scott, does any one of them look like they're like in charge or barking orders or anything?
The one that's right. Yeah, give me an insight check.
Luckily, I'm good at that. Yeah, 21.
Yeah, you think there is one of them that seems to be sort of more in charge than the other.
Let me look up suggestion real quick. Let me read it. Make sure I know I'm doing this correctly. Promise he's got to figure out.
You're gonna have to speak to them though, if that's what you're trying to do.
No. Problem is, since I'm already in their head through detect thoughts, I can give them command via that way.
Well, okay. Are you the one you're trying to talk to the ones that are like right up on you guys, right?
Yeah.
So you're not detect thoughts those guys.
No, but I can just keep doing that.
Okay, so while you guys have been talking, this group of guards that's on the pier here moves on to the rogue down here. And this group of guards comes over here.
Okay. But if I peek out of my little box, like out of a hole, do I see that one of them's like looks like they're more in charge than the other?
Yeah, go ahead and give me an insight check.
21?
This guy right here seems to be the one kind of that's more in charge than the rest of them.
I'm going to let everyone know real quick in a quick relay of, hey, get ready. I hope this works. I'm going to first detect thoughts on that guy. There's no save. I'm just detecting thoughts.
Okay.
Surface thoughts. And then I'm going to cleanse it really hard, and he needs to make a Wisdom DC 13 save.
Okay.
I'm casting suggestion on him.
Rynford, real fast, north or south? Which two do you want?
I will take the ones. I'll take the ones to the north because I can't move as fast.
Okay.
Okay. He gets a 3. He rolls a 3.
You need to report to your commanding officer. There is something, some paperwork you must fill out.
Okay. He turns his mate like, all right, boys, I got to go talk to the brass.
Okay.
And he leaves. He points to another one and says, you're in charge.
Lowin's like,
All right. As that's happening, I'm going to try some. I'm actually going to try something as he's walking away, and basically just like I'm going to try to use minor illusion to echo from kind of around near the way, maybe like I can't get all the way over. It's like 30 feet range, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to try to make a voice that is just like that guy's voice,
Okay.
and I'm going to say, "Hey, meanwhile, I heard something up north. You guys go out that way."
Okay, make a deception check for me.
All right. Use my inspiration, so let's go ahead and see what happens. Okay, that is a 13.
13.
Worse, but could be worse.
Beep, beep, beep. Let me just see what these kind of stats have. They're not great.
Oh,
They
I
are.
can't believe I worded that so poorly. But it's actually very appropriate.
It could
Lowen
work
would
out
say. No,
if we suddenly it could work
it's
out.
perfect that Lowin screwed that up. Like Lowin's like, you want to do this, and he's like, it worked. Oh no, it's just him.
Oh no, it worked.
The one who was pointed to in charge says like, all right, boss, everybody head up. And these guys head out. What are you guys doing now?
Now?
Now.
Okay. Yep. I will go ahead and cast sleep on the two to the south.
Okay, so these guys here?
It's 90 feet.
90
so
feet
that's
range,
within
yeah.
Okay.
range for both of us.
I definitely check that. Okay. So I've got 27 total. Plus...
Well, the thing is, I think the area of effect is pretty big, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 90 feet.
Well, no, I
It's,
mean,
how
the
many
radius.
Yeah, it's
hit points?
Yeah, it's based off hit points.
Right,
So-
but what's the radius though?
Range is 90 feet. Area is 20 feet.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so it does have to be separate. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 20 feet from.
But also, it's better if we have a higher chance of getting all of them if we split our attack so
Right.
that she's only taking 2 and I'm only taking 2.
Right.
Right. So how many did you do?
27 hit points.
Bop. They both fall asleep.
Yes.
There's a nice little coconut sound as their head just kind of bump, and they fall asleep.
Meanwhile.
And
And
Rynford,
I got 39.
both of them fall asleep. Wait, no.
Get out of the box. Get out of the box. Go, go, go.
Pop goes the tiefling.
Okay, I am going to need a group stealth check from you all.
Oh,
So
no.
everyone needs to roll stealth.
How
I'm
do you
so
do
sorry.
that? Okay.
I actually have to look up a weird rule. Give me a second, because I wear heavy armor and this sucks.
Oh
Yeah.
no, it's
Yeah.
at disadvantage. You have disadvantage.
range.
That's how it
Everybody who
works.
has heavy armor on has disadvantage.
Yep.
Now,
Is there
we
a
can
way
do
to
it
make
so
this
that
better?
only the people who aren't heavily armored can go and do this real quick.
Well, you're all trying to get onto the boat.
We all have to go
Yeah.
in onto the boat, and we need to drag those bodies into the little thing.
Shield of Faith.
I'm just saying, like, we can split the party.
Well, we all have to get on there eventually. Like that's
No, we
the
don't.
thing. Yeah, we do. We get it. You think there's not? You think you don't need the whole group to whenever you go onto the Maverick?
I think we just let it lie and we just see what happens, y'all.
Yep.
All right, so what did everybody roll for stealth?
Hold on. I need to look up the rules for inspiration.
So I have a 14.
Okay.
4.
Okay, we got one potential pass, one potential fail.
Okay.
We'll see.
So I'm going to spend mine now because inspiration gives you advantage. That's technically how it works. That way I have disadvantage, so I just straight roll.
Okay.
Called speed.
I rolled a 15 for my stealth.
Okay.
Technically rolled a nat 20, but so that means I got a 19.
Okay.
Did
What?
you roll twice?
No, I didn't need to because I spent
Oh,
my
you did.
inspiration.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. It's cool.
And Inisalia, what did you roll?
Really.
I got a 4.
4. Okay. Well, luckily, over half of you succeeded. So you get on to the boat. I will say that all of you are able to drag the guards into the chamber.
Yeah.
Blame this on my tail, whatever happens.
Sure. Yeah. And your tail just sort of flaps around a little bit.
Close the door behind us, and your tail gets caught, and you're like, "Ha!"
Yes, that is what happens. And you guys are in that room. It is this sort of large oval room, pretty featureless. Got the 6 doors all around it and the dead guard. What are you doing?
We need to quickly bind and gag all of the guards.
Okay. You would do that?
And
While that's happening, can we try to figure... I would like to maybe try to see which of the doors were just used. Like, because we know one guy went into one, right? Or that's where our assumption is, that the guy who was the leader went...
No. The guy who was the leader did not. He went off. He went
okay.
off the pier. No one went into the boat.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I sent him back to his boss. He'll be back in a little bit, looking a little confused.
Do these guys have the pins?
These guys do not have the pins.
Okay. Can I rummage in their pockets?
They have like total. They have maybe like 3 silver worth of.
Okay. No. Like
There's no
little
pin.
note-
There's no pins. There's no stones. There's no anything of that
That's
nature.
fair. That's what I was looking for.
All right, so we have to figure out which one of these doors is the one we have to go to, or if it's a code or something. All right. I mean, we could slap one of them awake and try to get the information from them.
Nope.
Nope. Okay. Well, then.
They'll wake up eventually anyway.
you have about 40 seconds.
I
Do we
know.
just pick one, like a door.
Can I?
So
Yeah, go ahead.
the options are emerald, diamond, sapphire, ruby, and onyx and jet, or onyx and like
Milky
quartz.
Yeah.
1 in 6 chance.
If I have to pick one of any of them, I'm going to pick Ruby, because, well, he points to his Carnelian.
Onyx.
Is there anything else to differentiate the doors?
Hold on. Are they all gems, or is any of them metallics?
All of them are gems.
Which one's? Hey, Ilby,
Yes.
in your head, you're like, which one is the most expensive one? Most valuable?
Oh, that's right. I can't hear. No.
No. I'm speaking very lowly. I'm speaking as Lowin.
Well, Scott? I assume I would know that. Which offhand, which would be diamond, right?
Yeah,
If you said
diamond.
diamond. It would be diamond.
What's everyone's passive perception?
15.
9.
Perception.
11.
Passive wisdom, passive int, passive wisdom. Why do I have passive wisdom twice? Oh, 16. Sorry, I'm done.
Ooh.
So Lowin and Inisalia, you guys hear from out the door, "Hey, where are the guys on the boat? Where'd they go?"
I'm gonna bring out my gym, like kind of observing thing, and I want to see if I can just look at like as close as I can to them to tell if there's any differences caused by magic interactions that would be notable compared to the other ones. Is there anything like that I could do?
Yeah. Give me a perception. No, give me an Arcana check, and you can add your your artisan proficiency.
Okay, perfect. That's a 10.
A 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not a lot. You can tell that like they're part of a magical system, but there doesn't seem to be anything distinguishing about them. Either you are missing something, or these are specifically designed to be indistinguishable from one another in a magical sense.
He points to the green one, the emerald.
Okay.
We have a pen, right? We have one of the pens.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I have it.
Bring it out. Maybe see if it resonates with one of them.
I bring it out, but I'm already heading towards the sapphire.
Okay. You bring the pin out. All the gems glow when it comes, and that's what happens. So you're heading into this.
I point to the sapphire door, and I'm like, "We go through right now."
Okay. We're going.
All right.
Okay.
You first.
Okay.
Okay.
The moment you open the door, magic wraps around you, drawing you through the portal into a raging storm. You stand on the deck of a ship that heaves from one side to the other as waves crash over the rails. Crew members pull lines and tie down cargo as a heavy-set, bearded captain calls out orders. Looking across the bow, you see tall spires of rock emerging through the storm, and the ship is headed straight for them.
And you know what you need to do? Zub.
Okay, yeah. I'm
Mind control all of them.
I can't. That's once per day.
That is quitting talk, sir.
Gotta get those numbers up.
Always be controlling.
Yeah.
Always be dominating.
We'll always be dominating. Remove all agency.
Yeah, exactly. Remove all agency from people. Become
Dominate the battlefield.
illithid
All the
that
bad,
you hate.
If I mind controlled all the evil people, there would be no evil people.
Dominate the battle space with your new helm of telepathy.
Dude, that helmet's lovely. It's great.
Brought to you by Reliquary.
Okay, so yeah, you guys are on the deck of this ship. Crew members are yelling and screaming and running around. You guys are just kind of in the middle of the deck. A pair of twins almost runs into you.
A way to get off. Like, is the portal still there?
No, there is no. Give me a perception check.
Sure.
All of us are just Inisalia.
I'm fine with not doing it because, I got bowled over by one of those guys probably.
All right. 15.
Yeah, you do not see. You don't see any portal, or you don't see a door of any sort on the deck that you're on.
Popped into the middle.
You just popped in the middle of the deck. A heavy bearded man that's like at the things is like, "Who the fuck are you lot down there? I don't give a fuck. We're about to die."
Oh,
Not-
yes. Well, let's man the... And I can't say it myself, but Ilby actually has knowledge water vehicles. So he's...
Oh yeah, I don't have
okay.
water vehicles. I have land vehicles. So I'm like,
Okay.
Inisalia is just like, what ship is this?
So yeah, one of the twins says, "Oh, there's all sorts of stuff that needs doing. Lower the main sails," and he points over at a bit of rigging.
And then I point over to the three. Lower the main sails!
All of the crews seem to be busy doing their own things, and there just seems to be many different things that need to be done, or the ship will hit the rocks and bad things will happen.
we will snap into action.
Okay, this is going to be a series of ability checks that you guys have to do.
Skill challenge.
Essentially. So each task can, there's so many things going on at once, each task can only be done by one person at a time. So lower the main sails. It's going to be a acrobatics and a sleight of hand check to deal with these.
As in both?
Yes, one followed by the other.
One character making those two checks in succession.
Yes.
Okay. I want to make sure.
That's Ilby. That's Ilby all day long.
That could also be Zuzgamoth.
Or
Yeah.
Zuzgamoth,
Yeah, you can direct Zuzgamoth to do it.
I actually, funnily enough, I actually have I'm pretty decent at sleight of hand, actually.
Okay.
So
I will say that since these are two different checks, you can direct Zuzgamoth to do one of them and someone else to do the other.
Okay.
Well, he doesn't have skill points in either. He just has a high dex mod.
He does.
probably higher than mine. So
+3.
So who wants to do what?
well, I could do the sleight of hand, and he
Okay.
could do the acrobatics.
All right, go ahead and make the sleight of hand roll. He'll make an acrobatics check.
Okay.
So he climbs up into the rigging and tries to actually, Nigel, why don't you go ahead and roll for him?
Okay.
Okay.
Just a dex.
It's a dexterity acrobatics.
+3.
Yep.
Good news, bad news.
21.
21. Okay, yeah. He goes down and he kind of like he gets up into the rigging and like throws down a big like knot that was sort of hooked on something, and it lands at Ilby's feet. So now
And
that's
I roll a 6.
you roll a 6.
All right.
Yeah, you as you're trying to undo the things, you get tangled up in them, and you take 3 points of slashing damage. Someone, the captain, points to a wave crashes into the ship, and barrels start rolling across the deck. The captain says, "Secure the rum!" I'm going to need someone to make a strength athletics check.
Ooh, me.
You can do it, yeah.
Ever so good.
I'm pretty good at it, but you're probably better. Yeah, you're better at it than I am.
Certainly.
All right.
Just biding my time for the inevitable logic puzzle.
So that would be 16 to rip them up.
Hold on. Yeah, you rope them up, you grab them, you hand them to the twins who secure the cask and get those things down. The captain says, "These waves are coming in. I need someone with a sharp eye." Do it, little man.
I pull out my spyglass.
Excuse me. All right. Yeah, you head up to the prow of the ship. There's a half elf person wearing a shirt that says AFL lives on it, and she's just sort of like looking around. I need a perception check from you, please.
Does my spyglass help me at all?
It will give you advantage.
Cool, because I am a cartographer.
Fair? Yeah, I will do that. Yeah.
Good thing I rolled that was 16.
Yeah, you are able to like find the pattern of the waves. It's more like a rhythm than a pattern. But you were able to do that. There's suddenly just a roar comes out as one of the smaller masts comes down and falls down on a crate, and a tiger jumps out. And someone says, "Somebody secure that tiger!" Yeah, I will need an animal handling check from somebody.
I got a +1.
Can anyone do it, or is it?
I got a +1 too.
I actually have a +3.
Unfortunately, until everyone has done a check, no one can repeat.
Yeah, it's all
right. Let's do this. Animal handling.
Yeah.
Gonna re-roll that one.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, Tiger, look at my eye. Look at my eye. One and the same.
12.
12.
You are the Tiger King.
Okay, yeah. Hold on.
Might be Saf from the Tiger King.
Yeah. What is your AC, Rynford?
13.
13. The tiger, it hasn't been completely gotten out of its cage, but you are not able to restrain it, and it slashes its claws out, but it does not hit you.
Okay.
Okay. Somebody, a young tiefling woman, comes up and she starts screaming, "It's the curse! It's the curse! The ship is bloody cursed! Can it's anyone? We need to propitiate the gods!" I need someone to make me an Arcana or Religion check.
I can do Arcana.
Right.
Okay.
I'll let you do Arcana because your bonus is going to be much better than my religion.
This is the only thing I'm good at. 22.
Yeah, you look around, like, you see, like, oh, there's no curse. This woman's out of her fucking mind. And you're able to, like, calmly explain to her that there is no curse. You, like, point out, like, all the various little things. Yeah, well, let's roleplay this. Yeah, please gnome-splain this.
Obviously, we are not dealing with a curse. This vessel is not built to the necessary specs to not have it. There's already a bunch of crew. Like, I could. What am I talking about? I've got plenty of time. Here's some charts and diagrams. And I start just pulling stuff out of my bag.
Mm-hmm.
That, like, I actually have, like, a tome of, like, ancient curses of the sea and you. And I bore her out of fear.
Okay. Yeah, she just, like, blinks a few times, like, looks around, like, she obviously could be doing something else to help, but you're just, like, you're Colin Robinsoning her into boredom, and you push her past this. The captain shows up. "We're almost out of it, but I need someone to check those rocks. I need to thread the needle here." And, like, you can tell that he's, like, frantic as he's at the wheel. I'm going to need someone either to make me a perception check to try and steer the ship to help steer the ship to safe passage, or someone to make a persuasion check to calm the captain and allow him to do the navigation.
Okay.
Calm the captain now.
I will try. Oh, yeah, Inisalia, you should do that. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, well, let's say on perception I have advantage with a +1. Persuasion I have a +2.
That's right, because you have the shield.
Oh.
Or would you be better for the persuasion because you're really good at persuading people?
I can do. That's right, because I haven't even done my.
You could.
Emissary. Oh, yeah. Like +5 to that persuasion check.
Yeah.
And I don't think you spent inspiration yet.
I have not.
Okay, so you're going to make the persuasion check?
Yep.
All right, go ahead and do it.
All right. 22.
Yeah, you just, like, get up on the helm and just start talking him through it and, like, giving him affirmation.
You've got this. You have been a captain For as long as I've known you, and there's nobody else better to lead this ship, I believe in you. Tell us exactly what you need because we are on it, sir. Just kind of.
Yeah, you boost his confidence, and he threads through the rocks and manages to get the ship into calmer waters. And there's sort of this wave of calm that comes across the ocean. The crew sends up a cheer. And there's just general camaraderie. Arms are thrown around people. Hey, hey, hey! And then the captain just sort of like hands the helm off to somebody and says like, well, thank you for your help, but you are not supposed to be here.
Well, maybe we're not supposed to one idea, or did we come at an hour of need?
The gods could have sent us here knowing that you needed the extra assistance.
Yeah, the gods the gods have no business on Dran Enterprises' ship, young lady. But
Is that where we are?
So this is the Maverick.
He's just like, oh, no, this isn't the Maverick. No. This is the Liar's Luck.
Oh,
That's appropriate.
It's a very fine ship it is. Very fine.
Look. Clearly, I haven't seen your faces before. You guys came through the portal. I should really call the higher-ups, but you guys did help us out quite a bit. Tell you what, you guys move on your way. You guys can head into my chambers. There's the portal exit there. And the rest of you guys' life is your life. And I'll forget that you guys were here. Because you did help me save my ship.
I get into Rynford's head and like, you could try plan B and talk to them about plan honest. You could tell us.
I'm willing to give it a shot if y'all are, but we just need to get him into the cabin so that it's not.
We'll start making our way. I'll start making my way to the cabin.
Captain, could you show us the way to the cabin, please?
He points to one of the twins, like, I have got a lot of things I need to take care of. This young man will show you the way.
All right.
Let's just go on through the portal, guys.
I mean, we could always ask this person too.
Yeah, on the way in, on the way down, what/who is this person? Are they?
This is one of the twins. This is Travis. They seem to be a pair of twins that are both the first mate. He's a half-elf. He says, we really need you to get you guys on the way, you know?
Very much understand.
The whole misunderstanding, and we'll get out of your way, and we really appreciate the graciousness.
Yeah, I apologize. I think
you know what?
Just gotten it confused with last week, so I'm still a little discombobulated. Can you remind me what it is? I still have that +5 bonus to persuasion.
What are you trying to persuade him to do?
To tell us the code.
Okay.
I want to be in it when they start talking to him. I want to be detect thoughts, so I'm getting his surface thoughts.
Okay.
So if even if he's not willing to come up with the information about the code, I will probably see it.
He might still think about it.
Sure.
Yes, he will
Okay, noted. Give me that persuasion check, and Lowin, you can make hold on. I'll do the wisdom check for this guy.
Yeah.
Because I'm basically super persuasive for like 10 minutes now, which is forever. 15.
15 is like, ma'am, you know what? You seem like you might be on the up and up, but I do not know the code. I'm sorry. It changes pretty regularly. Only the captain really knows it.
That's fair.
I'm assuming I didn't get anything.
Yeah, his mind. He seemed to be like pretty frazzled and like oddly focused on getting you guys off the ship.
Okay, sure.
But he leads you into the captain's quarters. If anyone who wants to make me a perception check, real quick.
Absolutely.
And you do see one of these like oval doors that has kind of a. It does have a gem above it, but it is Yeah, it has a sapphire above it.
Right. I'll make the perception check. I'm not very good at it, but
And any one of you can do it.
Okay, well, I made it. You got a 10.
Okay.
I have a 0, so no.
Anybody else want to make the roll?
Yeah, sure. That's right. Still
You
have
get advantage because you.
Yeah,
have
I
the shield.
forgot.
That shield, dog.
Yep,
that's your-
18.
18. Yeah, as you guys are heading in, you see on the captain's desk a big, hefty book that bears the symbol of Dran Enterprises on it.
All right. Just kind of like over there and.
Anyone who wants to make a sleight of hand check can try and snatch it before you're ushered through the portal.
I will actually go. I just want to say thank you so much for this. We see the portal. We can handle it from here. You should probably go back to your duties. I'll make a suggestion spell.
Okay. All right. He needs to make a roll.
DC 13 Wisdom saving throw.
He's all like, yeah, you hit him with that. He's like, I think I should probably see you guys head out.
But maybe you could really consider it, and I'll cast it again.
Okay.
Fuck it. Really, I think it's fine. I understand. We worked so hard. You need a rest. You deserve a rest. Don't you think?
He rolls a natural 20.
God damn it.
And she's like, he kind of like shakes his head, and he says like, all right, that's it. And he like whistles, and like pulls out a club.
All right, I'm just gonna go snatch the book and go to the portal.
Yep.
Okay. Give me
Operation Snatch a Grab.
somebody give me if you're trying to snatch the book, give me a sleight of hand in order to grab it before you are dogpiled.
I am the worst. at this.
I will do that. Is assuming
Okay, yeah, you can do that.
Assuming that this is what's happening is like basically there's probably like a moment where I'm just like
Yes.
Yeah, I just need a sleight of hand to grab it.
yeah. All right, we'll see what happens.
You don't want me to do that.
As the general chaos ensues.
Okay, about times I got some fucking luck. 22.
You grab it, and you guys are able to stomp your way through the portal again without getting beaten down. And you guys are back in that portal room on the dangerous business. The guards that you had tied up and left here are not in here anymore. You hear there's quite a lot of like shouting and commotion outside, but as of right now, the room is empty. But you doubt that it will be for long.
Onyx?
I'm gonna open up the book and look through the ledgers as quick as I can to try to find any notes about this.
Okay. Give me a quick history check to scan through and give me an investigation. I'm sorry. Investigation is better for this.
Can I assist?
Sure.
Awesome.
Okay. Can I roll again?
Yeah, if she's assisting, you can take advantage on the roll.
That was a 16, so let's see if I can get better than that. Oh, yeah, again, 21.
You do not find any reference to the code on here. However, it is filled with Dran Enterprises, transactions, trade records. This would be pretty valuable to head office.
Not helpful for our current situation. Just pick one.
You hear from the outside, like, "Oh, I'm going back in to check to see if to go to headquarters."
Onyx.
Okay, you're heading to the Onyx store.
No, he said headquarters, right?
He did.
What are you guys doing?
Hide?
Is there anywhere to hide in this
There
room?
is nowhere to hide in this
There's
room.
literally nowhere. Onyx.
Nope. Yeah, just
All
go
right.
ahead. Go
Okay,
in.
all right.
We're going Onyx.
Okay. The moment you open the iron door, a tug of magic leaves you clinging shakily to a triangular foretop platform, high above the deck of a gently swaying cargo ship. From your vantage point, 40 feet above the deck, you see dozens of crew members below. All wear the livery of Dran Enterprises and carry swords and crossbows. Rigging and rope ladders connect your platform to the crow's nest of in the middle of the ship. Similar rigging connects the crow's nest to a platform on the aft of the ship. On that far platform, you see an iron door, the exit portal. You are not currently noticed. What are you guys doing?
I will send Zuzgamoth down one of the ropes.
Uh-huh.
Just to invisible, of course, just
Sure.
to see as quickly as possible to see what if any information can be gleaned from the surrounding environs.
Okay. Give me for him. See, he's not that great at. Give me an insight roll for him.
Okay, he's got a +3 according to the imp familiar stats.
Not bad.
So I will roll a d20 and add 3 to the roll. That is a 15.
15. Yeah, he heads down. You're able to see like records. This is not the Maverick that you're on. It is a ship called the Saucy Tart. And he just sees like you can tell that the crew of this ship is on like high alert. It just seems to be a ship in the middle of the ocean, but the crew seems to be like patrolling the decks. They have weapons drawn. Clearly, something is happening that they are on extra high guard for.
And where is the exit portal that we see? The iron door.
The iron door is there are rigging that leads to the crow's nest, and then rigging from the crow's nest that leads to another raised platform on the other side of the ship.
Okay, so we would have to use the rigging to cross high above to get there.
Okay.
Well, they usually don't look up unless we draw attention.
Okay. How far
Like Inisalia
down?
is just kind of crouching.
How far down are these people?
Let's see. They're about. It's a pretty tall ship. Like it's pretty large, tall ship. They're about 30 feet down.
Okay. I could try distraction again.
Just walk that way.
There are a lot of
Just
them.
go.
Just go.
I'll go last because I'm the clumsiest.
So this is going to be a group check again. It is a. You can choose to roll either stealth or acrobatic. And athletics or acrobatics. But all of you need to make it.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm taking athletics.
I'm taking athletics.
So stealth, acrobatics, or athletics?
No, it's athletics or acrobatics.
Gotcha. Okay. Well.
Here's one for me, homie. Yeah, I'll take it.
18.
Okay.
We'll see what happens. 5.
12.
22.
Sorry.
Okay. Rynford and and Lowin.
Wait. Pause.
What?
Okay. Remember that we did the team building exercise?
Yeah.
And we all get when we do something, I think we rolled well enough that some of us are able to use that to give an advantage on a roll.
It was a group shift, and half of you made it.
Oh, okay, never mind.
So you're good.
I thought you said all of us had to make it.
No, you not all have to make it.
Oh,
You all have to roll.
You all have to roll, but only
Gotcha.
half of you have to make. It's a group skill check. Hold on. Let me look here real quick. So you guys make it to the crow's nest. The two characters who have the best perception stat, make me a roll, please.
Probably be me and Inisalia.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm assuming someone has better than +1.
Or -1.
Well, it doesn't help if you roll a fucking
I have the
4.
advantage, so
I have 9.
13.
Yeah, you guys don't notice anything up here.
Okay.
Hold on.
Going to keep.
It's all cool.
Yeah, so you guys have this crow's nest is pretty big. So you guys have like time to like resettle yourself and sort of reconnoiter before you try and head over. What are you guys doing up here?
Okay. I mean, if I can try to peek over the crow's nest, do I see any additional movement from the guys that would, like, maybe they're looking somewhere else, or maybe they're shouting or something?
Yeah, you look down and you see there's not shouting. There's people just sort of milling around. You're able to see from below the crow's nest on the main desk. You see a female elf dressed in green leather armor that is studying a map of the Sword Coast that seems to be marked with trade routes. A number of other maps are stuffed into a backpack at the foot of the mast.
You know, we could try to get that too.
I would rather just go.
Oh, 100%. I'd rather just go, but I just want to point it out. Okay.
And if they notice us, fuck it. But if they don't, let's just go.
Wait.
Hey.
You can use your cape.
Oh, you're right.
Or don't you have the mage handy thing, Rynford?
That's 5 pounds.
Yeah, it looks about 5.
Maps.
Yeah, it looks about 5 pounds. Like, you think you could grab it with mage hand?
Are we close enough?
Yeah.
I will.
He looks at you and goes, Gnome power. Gnome power. Gnome power.
And what I'll do is I'll go, all right. And then when he starts to cast Mage Hand, I am going to create the sound of like a very loud creaking wood, as if like the mast of the deck is starting to, like, not the mast, but the one of the floorboards of the is starting to creak loudly, like it's breaking. To basically,
You're making a distraction. Okay, gotcha. Okay, I will need a deception check from you, Ilby.
Sure.
And if you make this one, then Rynford will have advantage on a sleight of hand roll.
Okay, 14?
What was that?
A 14 deception check.
That's fine. Yeah, Rynford, you can make a sleight of hand check with advantage to try and snatch it with your mage hand.
I'm gonna need it.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, advantage. 11.
Okay.
Yeah, you grab it and you just yank it, and it sort of jangles. And the woman and the like 2 of her crewmates just sort of like notice it and say, "There's fuckery! There's fuckery!"
I will stop levitating it up, and I will instead start levitating it towards the cabin.
Okay. Interesting.
Look over there, not over here.
Yep.
Yeah, they run off towards the cabin. Like they run off towards it. They don't seem to be looking up in your direction.
All right. We just need to go now.
Yep.
Okay.
So I drop it. I'll drop it overboard, and then I'll hop through the portal with everyone else.
Okay.
Oh, this report's gonna be so
All right.
much fun.
So I'm going to need another group check with athletics or acrobatics
Okay.
to get over to the other portal.
What?
So you are in the crow's nest. You need to get to the aft platform. So you need another group check.
Oh, gotcha.
You need athletics or acrobatics. Everyone needs to roll athletics or acrobatics.
Gotcha. Sorry. I thought we'd already done that, but we had to do it
We
twice.
had to make 2 of them. It's
All right. Acrobatics.
I got it for once.
10.
Another 5.
20.
Oh, thank God.
What was it?
I got a 20.
Inisalia, what'd you get?
21.
All right, fantastic. You guys make the skill check.
Thank God for our buff people.
Hence the
We just
little
grab-
dance.
We just grab each other, like we grab one of them each and just like hiff them up and then walk the rest of them.
Okay. Hold on. What time is it?
The funny thing is, you're carrying Rynford and I'm carrying Ilby.
Yeah.
We've never been so close.
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it.
So,
Team building.
even as your group reaches the aft portal, you see another group appear through the foredeck portal. 5 humans surround a tall, purple-skinned creature in black and purple robes, which has 4 tentacles where its mouth should be. Oddly, those tentacles are tied together into a stylish handlebar mustache. The creature's companions fire arrows and swing down the rigging to do battle below. As the portal begins to close, the tentacled creature looks up to you to coldly watch you. And I will show our viewers what this looks like.
Oh god.
And I will put that image in the Discord real quick.
Okay.
And this is what he looks like.
Oh Lord.
Ah!
I love it.
Nice.
That is.
I mean, it's terrifying, but I love it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, no,
I love
it's
the-
great, but-
It's the monocle. It's the monocle. It really is the monocle. I'm assuming that card he's holding is like the exact same card that Rynford picked up.
Yes.
Nice.
He is not actually holding that card out to you. He's just sort of dispassionately looking at you from across the ship as his men descend down onto the deck to kill. But anyway. Yeah, so you guys are pulled back into the portal deck. Somebody give me a high or low.
Low.
I rolled a 1. The room is currently empty.
Yes.
Okay.
So...
Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys, the room is currently empty. What are you guys doing?
Why did it have to be as bad as we thought?
Emerald.
Emerald.
Emerald? Okay, so you guys are heading to the Emerald door. As you open the iron door, the magic of the portal wraps around you, pulling you onto the stern of a large galleon. The door behind you vanishes as the noise of a raging battle rises. A horde of zombies surround a dozen Dran Enterprises pirates who are fighting for their lives. The ship is moored at an old and decaying dock with a single building visible against a forest of thick trees. In the trees beyond the building, you can see a freestanding iron door with the oval shape of the portal entrance. No zombies are present on the land, though they swarm every part of the ship. One group of undead turns in unison to your direction as they spot you. Then a strong voice calls out as the ship's captain, wearing a flamboyant feathered hat and wielding a hammer decorated with seaweed, shouts out to be heard, "Rally to me side, me crew! We fight still! Fight for our lives! No curse shall bring us down!" The captain smashes a zombie with her hammer and then pulls a scroll from a satchel and reads words of power. A thunderous boom shatters the zombies around her, then more quickly press in. Several pirates shout out, "Rally to Captain Torwin!" We are going to need to roll initiative, everyone.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, there's a lot of initiative I need to run. Oh yeah, because you guys are... Well, actually, pause. How are you guys responding?
I'm
Okay.
currently trying to figure out how far of a jump that is to get to shore. Just bypass all this fuckery.
I shove the pen into your hand, Inisalia.
Mm-hmm.
Say we are from Dran Enterprises. We are reinforcements.
Quick look. Nobody else contests.
You got it.
It is 20 feet to shore from the boat, by the way.
Which one is the captain that was
The
screaming?
captain is... Hold on. This one is the captain.
Okay,
Right.
cool.
Okay.
Yes.
Right nearby us.
That's not too far. Okay, yeah. We can...
So what I need to know from you guys is, are you guys going to be engaging in the fight, or are you just trying to fuck right off?
Lowin would try to engage the fight because it's undead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got the pin now, so...
Yeah, we got to stick with the bit if we're going to try and be all like, no, we're on your side, so.
Yep. We have reinforcements!
Okay. Then that is absolutely going to be a whole shit ton of initiative.
Well, the zombies could all go at once.
I agree.
Yeah.
And all the pirates can go at once.
Yeah, true.
And Lowin, what's your initiative?
16.
16. Inisalia.
14.
Rynford.
21.
21. And
Yeah, Rynford.
Ilby.
14.
14. Awesome. And I will roll initiative for the captain as well.
Woo.
Luckily, I went before the zombies, which is really good.
All right, Rynford, what are you doing?
I will take aim at the nearest zombie and I will fire off a firebolt.
Okay. So this guy right here.
It is a 16 to hit.
16 hits.
I deal a whopping 2 fire damage.
Okay, you ping it in the back. It seems to be very, very focused on the captain. All right, Lowin, what's up?
All right, Lowin is going to move over here. Boop, 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 and boop. I do not take a threat. Actually, can I move over these barrels?
Sure.
Okay, so I move past the zombie right here. I don't take an attack of opportunity, and now every zombie and undead within 30 feet of me needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
What's their DC?
Double checking, I believe it's 13. Yes, it's 13.
They do not make it.
Okay, they are all the undead are turned, which means for the next minute they have to must spend its turn moving as far away from me as it can, and it can't willingly move to a space within 30 feet of me. It can't take reactions, and for its action, it can only take the dodge action or try to escape my immediate vicinity. And even if it gets cornered, they only can take the dodge action unless they take damage.
Okay. Is that everything you're doing?
Yep, that's my action. I literally just raise my thing up, and there's that scintillating sort of like Aurora Borealis light. And like, in Lythor's name, I banish you! And there's just a wave of light and radiance that come up.
Okay. The zombies all do a move. This one goes overboard, as does this one. And they're just in the drink right now.
Yep.
Let's see. Hold on. These guys, I think there's a couple of these that are affected as well.
Yeah, and even the big guy.
Okay. Yeah.
The big guy is within 30 feet of me.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're dealing with the ones right up here for the moment,
Okay, got it.
because this is kind of a separate fight. But yeah, this one goes overboard. This one goes over here, and this one goes overboard.
Yep.
Nice.
Those are the ones we're gonna worry about right now. Okay. So that happens. Inisalia, what are you doing?
Okay, let's see. The two, it looks like two on the left and...
Yeah, don't
What's-
attack them or they'll not be turned anymore.
Okay, so they're still turned.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. I can easily make it up to the captain. Let's see where else. I think I might. I'll probably go right here. Let me move. My God, just move.
You have to make sure you select the little
I had to go back. I'll probably get right up there next to the captain. Does it look like there's any other crew members that need assistance getting up to her?
This guy is the closest here, and he just got zombies off of him. This guy seems pretty surrounded. This guy seems pretty fucking like all these guys down here seem to be swarmed by zombies. Give me an Arcana or Religion check real quick.
Okay. We'll go with the Arcana.
You better. Oh, that's right, because you have training in it now.
Now, yes. 17.
17. As you pass by the captain, you sort of are able to determine this glow around the hammer that she's wielding. You think that it's like the source of a curse. And you think that the hammer itself is what's drawing the zombies.
Captain, it's your hammer that's causing them to be here. Try and reason with her that you should throw it overboard. Where did you get that? It's cursed.
She kind of looks at you confused and looks at her hammer with sort of a glint of covetousness in it. I need you to give me a persuasion check.
All right.
Yeah.
Less than good. Let me use my
Inspiration.
Yeah, that was really bad.
You still are super persuasive right now.
There was a really bad roll.
Also, I don't think she's super persuasive at this point. It's been some time, right?
I believe it's probably been past 10 minutes.
Oh yeah, it's been past 10 minutes at this point.
Yeah. That's a 15.
15. That does it. She looks at it with one longing look and tosses it overboard. And half of the remaining zombies leap off the ship to try and get it. So these guys go. This guy goes over here. This guy goes over here. This guy moves over. This guy moves over. It seems that only this little cluster of zombies who are currently tangling are still engaged in stuff. So these 4 zombie and the zombie ogre are not going to be affected by the removal of the curse.
Okay.
Ilbreyan.
All right. So I'm looking at these 2 zombies that are kind of near us. Do they appear to be drawn to that hammer at this point as well? Or
No, they also go off the ship.
Okay, cool. Then Ilby's just gonna go. Okay, well, he kind of goes over here to look at the captain. Says, very good job. Kind of look over to Lowin for a second and be like, you want me to, do the thing with the. Who I hit? All right, fine.
I just point to the ogre, the big one over there.
All right, fine. You little bastard. Here you go. And he's gonna bring out a little candlestick holder that he has. It kind of has a Lathander theme actually. Has a little star looking thing engraved on it.
Yeah.
Just for you. He tosses it.
All right, make a roll.
No, you throw it. He's like, I was wondering where that went.
Oh, they go everywhere, and then you actually see that. What happens? Because I rolled a 1.
No.
Oh yeah, actually, I've had a bunch of these, and he just tosses it. Just basically he's in mid conversation when you say that. He goes, "Oh, he just drops it. Oh,
Clatters.
Damn. All right, I'm done.
Okay. 13. Hold on. I need to reshuffle a thing real quick. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, that was, it'll be, God damn it. Yeah, so the ogre zombie, let's see, it, Hold on, I'm going to make a roll for it for turn undead.
Yep.
What was the DC on that?
13.
13. It seems to have just be filled with too much rage in order to so it reaches over the zombies that it towers over and reaches for like a grab at this pirate's head.
No, Mr. Pirate.
Sorry, bringing up stuff. Yeah, and it just sort of clocks them on the head real quick. Hold on. I see. Yeah, it just bashes this pirate's head in, and she falls dead to the ground.
Pirate, no.
Okay, and the captain
Way too
is
emotionally invested in these pirates.
Let's see what she can do. Yeah, she just seems to. She just cries out to the gods, and she's like, "My power is spent and my hammer is gone." She just sort of like starts pulling out her hair in wailing. It's like, "There's nothing I can do to save me, crew." That's her turn.
Oh boy.
There.
And we'll go up to the top of the round. Rynford, what are you doing?
Let's see. Having trouble discerning zombie from pirate.
Oh.
Okay. I'm zoomed in a bit more. So that one's dead. Yeah, the big one needs to go down. So I am going to lob a good old scorching ray at that thing.
Okay.
Urchin.
3 hits, or 3 rolls. One is an 8. One is a critical success with a 27.
Woo woo.
And the second is a critical success.
Oh, shit.
27.
Well, all of them hit.
Well, one of them was a 1.
Oh.
It was a nat 1, but it rolled 8. So
Oh, okay. Well, okay. I heard 8, and I thought that was the thing. So yeah, that doesn't hit. So yeah, 2 crits. So roll that damage.
So that'll be a total of 8d6.
Okay.
Good job.
Awesome.
So first roll is 9. Second roll is 6. Third roll is 12. Fourth roll is 6. So 24 plus 9 is 33. Yeah, 33 fire damage.
Awesome. You lay into this fucker and burn it quite thoroughly.
And I will call out to the captain as I in preparation for my dramatic super mega awesome wizard moment. It's, what did she say? Like, my powers have abandoned me? What did she say?
She says her powers are spent.
Then by all means, let us handle the situation for you! A boom!
Nice. Take inspiration. That was a very swashbuckly line.
Okay. Yay.
That was well done. Okay. Lowin.
Well, I'm going to just move one more over. It doesn't really matter. He would have said to the captain, because after he did his thing, he's like, also, just have a little bit of faith. And a big old guiding bolt at the ogre.
Okay.
Please roll well. 15. Does that hit?
That does hit.
Okay. Roll that beautiful damage.
We've all got fun one-liners now. I gotta think of one.
Yeah.
I
so-
know.
Okay,
The pressure's on.
move dice. No, hold on. The actual dice was really problematic. Yeah. So he takes 15 radiant damage.
Okay. That's pretty good. Oh, yes.
Meat.
That did not go as well as I thought.
Okay, is that you?
Oh, and because the guy with the guiding bolt, the next person who attacks it till the end of the next turn has advantage.
Okay.
The next person who does.
And actually, because these two guys are affected by it, these two zombies did go into the drink as well.
Okay, cool. So it's just the big dude.
Yeah. Okay, Inisalia.
All right. Well, big dude is exactly in range. So she's going to turn to the captain one last time. It's like, we will handle this for you, captain. And just runs right up to go to the big guy. Can I do my awesome shield bash?
You can try, yeah. It's an opposed athletics.
The shove, that's right. Yes. Let me go ahead and do that. Ah! Son of a bitch, it was so close and tilted. A 6. It did not do it.
No, you did not. You slam into this sort of wall of dead meat, and it stands its ground.
In that case, she just kind of like pulls back her arm, like her shield's still kind of up in her face, and just like tries to stab around it with her sword, and we'll see if that works.
Do it.
All right. 19.
That hits.
Woohoo!
Oh, you have advantage, actually. Do you want to just roll it again, see if you crit?
Sure.
I mean,
Oh, that's right. 24.
That hits, but if it's not a crit, then it doesn't
It's
change
not a
anything.
crit, yeah. No,
Sweet.
okay.
Yeah,
Numbers.
roll them damage.
Oh, seriously? All right, 5. And because I tried to do the shield thing, I can't. That was a bonus action, so I can't smite.
You can still use your divine smite.
Yeah, you
Okay.
can smite.
Yes, let me do that.
that's just
then.
the thing you do.
Because that gives you automatically, I think, an extra D8 or 2D8 because for undead
Yeah,
It's
so
2d8. It's 2d8 normally, I think.
for the first level.
Yeah, and then it's going to be another d8 if it's undead.
Okay, cool. So that'd be at least 3D8, if not 4D8.
Divine smite. The serious smite.
Yeah, divine smite.
Oh, wait. I know it's interactions. Sorry.
no problem.
It always, because it's in a different area, because it's something specific, so it always throws me off. Okay.
Virtual
1d
math rocks.
Damn math rocks. All right, 1d8 for each spell, higher or lower level. Okay, so that was 5, and then the 1d8. Plus 1d8 for fiends. Okay, so 15. So that's 20 damage total.
20 damage total? Awesome. Yeah, you lay into it and hit it with a mighty hit. Okay, the zombies. Was this zombie affected in range of your...
From where I originally was, let me double check. I was right here.
Well, you moved, so is it still...
No. Oh, no. It only is 30 feet from when I activate it. So
Okay.
that one was just outside.
Okay, then this guy moves back from you, but this guy comes forward and attacks you, Inisalia.
Okay.
Rawr.
Rawr, I'm a zombie. Rawr. 18?
Zombo.
No, 20.
Okay, yeah, that it does not. It tries to slam into you, but you are able to ward it off. Okay.
That
Ilbreyan.
guy's dead, right?
Hmm?
Yeah.
The pirate.
Yeah, the
They're
pirate.
all. Oh, well, I know.
Okay.
Yeah, the pirate is at your feet is currently dying.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll work on that.
So I think Ilby, he after he tosses it and then sees all that, he goes, "Well, no, see, this is the one you were looking for." I say, pointing at it, and then he goes, "Sorry," and he tosses it.
Okay.
All right, so an 8 to hit.
That hits.
Well, thank God.
Zombies have extremely low AC.
That's good. That's good, because... Alright, so that's 8 magical bludgeoning damage.
All right. You
Boo-boo.
papoom.
Oh man, if you'd killed it with that, I would have been super happy.
Me too.
Okay, the ogre zombie is still up and is going to take a big old swing with his morning star at Inisalia.
I believe in you.
And misses.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
The crouch was not necessary.
The priest, inspired by your heroics, the captain runs over to her shipmate now that it's free of zombies, and casts Spare the Dying.
Oh, good. That was good.
Nice.
Okay, that doesn't need to make a death save. Rynford, your go.
How tattered does the zombie, the ogre zombie, look?
It looks pretty fucked up. It's not it's not just shy of completely being disintegrated, but it has taken a lot of damage.
Is it bloodied?
Oh yeah, it's blooded. Yeah.
Okay. Then I'm going to... I'll throw a chromatic orb, fire flavored, at it, level 1.
All right.
Fire flavor. The hottest.
17.
Hits.
Chromatic Ward's really good for this, too, because their AC is so low.
For 18 damage.
18 damage. Yeah, you slam into it with fire. Hold on, let me do a thing real quick. DC of 5 plus the damage. You take it out.
Yes!
You
Go, Rynford.
you just incinerate it. Lowin, your go.
I'm gonna attack the zombie.
Attack it with old petit déjeuner.
I hit it with a 22.
Yep.
And it's gonna take 9 damage.
Okay.
9 magic damage.
9 magic damage.
That's right. Our swords are French now.
Remember, it's Field of Hungering Blade. To pass.
To pass, yeah.
That's right.
All right, Inisalia.
All right. I'm just gonna literally turn on my hoof, just immediately around, and just swing my sword up to kind of go through the zombie.
Okay, hit it.
So we're gonna see how that goes.
Phenomena.
Do.
It's like my
Phenomena?
default brain song now. 22.
Okay, yeah, you hit. Was that the damage that you did?
No, that was to hit. So,
Okay, all right, then, yeah, roll damage.
Yeah, awesome. Max damage, so 14.
Okay, it gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, you slay the last zombie. There's sort of a this zombie once again goes into the drink as well. And yeah, there's a cry from the pirates, sort of a weary, kind of beaten cry, but there's just like the priest captain comes over and like gives you a hug. She's a dwarven woman, so she kind of like hugs your waist, like "Thank you, lass," and she like rubs you on the head, Lowin. The gods may have abandoned me, but they didn't abandon you.
Oh, it's true, but don't worry. Yeah, have a little more faith. We were glad to help.
Oh, fantastic.
This happens to be the Maverick, is it?
No. This isn't headquarters.
Good. Do you happen to know? We lost the code. We don't know which one it's supposed to be.
Captain, it's of utmost importance that we know. He dropped it. He's pointing at him first of all. We had the code in the hand. He forgot it. Pointing to Lowin. You understand that there's a illicit. It's attacking headquarters, and we need to do everything we can to help headquarters.
All right, deception. Deception with advantage.
Yeah.
I'm popping in her head.
Okay. All this is advantage. Oh, you're doing that?
Yeah, just in case.
Okay, good. That's a 23.
23. Okay. She's just like, shit! A fucking mind flare?
I'm not lying. He's not lying. He's like, he looks scared actually because
He's like-
he's scared.
She's like, oh, okay, all right. Well, then it's the Onyx one. Wait, hold on. Which ones have you guys gone through?
This is the Onyx one just now. I
Oh,
think.
there's all.
We've
No,
done
no.
Onyx.
Emerald.
Oh, yeah, Emerald, Sapphire. It's like it's
And
the.
Sapphire.
Hold on, let me think. It's Diamond. It's Diamond.
Diamond. Of course.
She's like,
Told you, Lowin.
she pulls out. She says like, wait, 1 second. She goes into some of the things like if you're taking on a fucking illithid, she hands you a big sack filled with things with some items. It is what she hands you is a wand of magic missiles, a +1 vicious rapier, and a rope of entanglement. It seems to be made out.
Entanglement?
Yeah, and made out of seaweed. So she's like, you got to protect headquarters here. We've got to mop things up here. Go. She
Absolutely.
points you to the door.
All right, and
Captain.
yes, we go.
What was the rapier? It was a +1 rapier.
+1 vicious rapier.
If you roll a nat 20, you do additional 7 damage.
Whoa.
That's just what. But you got to roll the crit. That's the only thing. You
Yeah.
gotta roll 20.
But it's also just a +1 damage. I don't know.
Out of game thing, can I use a wand? I think I can.
Yeah, you
can't
can.
Yeah, as a warlock, I'm pretty sure you can.
Anyone can use that one magic missile. Anyone can use it. It doesn't require attunement.
I'll hold like the wand out to Rynford to be like, one buddies?
No. You go right ahead.
No, I'm saying we'll tap our wands together. We're like friends now. Ah.
Not yet.
Yes, we are. We have to say we are.
Yeah,
we,
your
we have
wand,
to save
your wand
headquarters
buddies now. You've
We
touched
have
the
to go.
tips have touched.
Headquarters.
The tips
It's
have touched.
like pushing you both.
Oh no, like I do not let the tip of your wand come near mine. Not yet. You have to earn. It's this weird kind of anti-fencing where I'm trying not to hit. It's like you have to earn that. That is a thing. That is what wizards do. When they were no.
Okay.
We go. Yeah.
You go. All right. Yeah. You guys head to the portal. You are able to head to the portal room. Luckily, it's empty again, and you guys head through the iron door. Sorry, the diamond door.
Do you
Diamond.
want to use the Inisalia? Do you want to use the rapier?
Sure, you got a.
I got a +1.
Yeah, but it's also a +1, and it's vicious, and it does a D8.
Those are pretty good.
Yeah, I could do that.
Wait, she's already
Do you want-
wielding a sword that's a D8, right?
Do you
Yeah, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
But it's the thing. It has an extra ability on it, and it doesn't require attunement, as far as my knowledge.
Do you want Shadow Slayer?
I already have mine. I have.
It's
class.
right.
What is Shadow Slayer?
That's my +1 longsword.
Oh,
That's it. It's a +1. It's the first one we found.
I'm pretty sure I can't wield longsword, so.
Yeah, you're not a full elf.
Anyway, so yeah, you guys head through the diamond door. At last, you step through the iron door that leads to a palatial room on Dran Enterprises' headquarters ship. A placard on one richly polished wooden wall reads, "The Maverick." 2 dazzling chandeliers, fine paintings, and lacquered chairs and tables set with gold trim decorate this opulent and expansive study. A large curved windows to all sides reveal that you are below decks and far out to sea, with the ship's wake extending behind it under clear skies. But you are not alone. Yeah, and you guys see this gentleman.
That is awesome.
Yes, this is a lizard man with a bow tie and spectacles.
He's very dapper.
And he says, he sort of is tinkering away with some strange-looking devices. And he says, greetings. Agents of Acquisitions Incorporated, yes?
I will bow with a flourish. As accused.
Not going to fight you on it. You are aware of what's happening, though, right?
Oh, yes,
You know,
yes,
you
yes.
know, the
He's like, I have been monitoring your doings in our portal nexus, and he kind of winks a little bit conspiratorially and says, and a bit more, I'm very well aware of what is going on right now. We have, I think, a little bit of time. They're currently tangling with a little surprise on one of our barges. Please have a seat.
I'll take
Alright.
a seat. Having just gone through a whole bunch of let's see, rope, running, spellcasting, crawling along, rigging. Oh, we were caught in a giant storm. Yeah, I'm sitting down.
But we.
Yeah, the adrenaline's starting to wear off, and just like,
But I will say that we didn't even have to kill a single person.
Indeed. This is so. He sort of snaps his fingers, and what those of you who are familiar with spells, an unseen servant starts to bring tea out from a little tea service. Little floating cups of tea come over and says, like, please, you clearly have been running yourselves ragged. You should take a little bit of time, clear your minds, drink some nice tea. It's fine, and we can sort out all sorts of things. Yes.
thank you very much for your hospitality.
Yes. We don't have infinite time, but I think we can clear up a few things. But propriety. What brings you to Dran Enterprises?
Want me to go?
Go ahead.
Hello, my name is Rynford Gimaldree Tunslayer, Documancer of the Reliquary chapter of Acquisitions Incorporated. We are here on officially unofficial business. If we die, they'll deny it. Standard boilerplate stuff. Trying to figure out if Dran Enterprises is behind a number of raids on AcqInc properties that are conspicuously full of signage, detritus, calling cards, linking those assaults back to Dran Enterprises.
Yes, the incidents at Flandon and the lighthouse up by Neverwinter, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. This is very troubling indeed. Now, I will say that Dran Enterprises does take the position that any failed Acquisitions Incorporated franchises are fair game. But we do not stoop so low so as to directly attack rival business enterprises. That is unbecoming.
To your credit and your employer's credit, Omen Dran was suspicious.
Indeed. Yes. Well, I believe, and he sort of pulls out, he sort of undoes a case and pulls out these two very strange-looking mechanical devices and sort of puts it in front of him and says, through various divinations and enchantings, I believe I know who is behind all of this, who is attempting to not only attack your organization, but cast aspersions upon my employer as well. Tell me, my friends, have you ever heard of a group known as the Six?
Out of play, have I?
Give me a history check.
Can any of us?
Yeah, any of you who want to do so can.
Tempted.
Ha! No.
Yeah, I rolled a 9.
I have a 14.
17.
17. Rynford, when you were researching and coming to your decisions to whether or not to join Acquisitions Incorporated, whether it was sort of the vehicle by which you could overcome some of your difficulties, you had a chance meeting with someone claiming to be a part of the Six, who warned you in very sort of cryptic and dire terms of associating with Acquisitions Incorporated or going on board with them. They seemed creepy as fuck, though, so you kind of pushed it off to your head. But you asked around a little bit, and they seem to be a very mysterious and cryptic and fell organization that does seem to be opposed to Acquisitions Incorporated on some sort of fundamental level.
Well, they're bad news.
Yes. I think they have also been. He indicates the devices in front of them. I think either through their connection to these types of devices, or perhaps some previous deal, they have become enthralled to the dark gods of the far realm.
That adds up.
That's
Our
not.
unfortunate displeasure.
He says, and I believe that things are coming together as he sort of looks to you, Rynford, and then looks down at the devices and he says, we're all Dran Enterprises, Acquisitions Incorporated, and even the sick being drawn together. And the commonality is these strange devices that seem to be popping up. I know that they acquired something called the Far Gear over a year ago, and we acquired these a few months' time, and I have been able to use them to start putting pieces together.
Very interesting. What do they do?
He says, well, he points to one of them and says, this is known as the chronolometer. And this is called the dimensional loop. They have strange properties for fate and time and space. I believe you know something about these sort of things. I've seen these things reaching out to your little house, your little interesting domicile that you've conjured into existence down in Verdan.
Well, yes, we have a very nice house. Headquarters thing.
Compound.
Cube?
Yes.
And
Reliquary cube.
we may have seen some of these devices. I'm not at liberty to say much more than that. But yes, we have encountered them, and they are very strange and powerful. Far more powerful than any singular artifact I have ever had the fortune to interact with.
Indeed. He, a moment. He holds up what he referred to as the dimensional loop and holds it to his eyes and says, I propose a deal. I wish to disentangle my employer and myself from this affair. I propose, in exchange for these devices before me, and information regarding the final unclaimed device, that you protect me from the Mind Flayer and goons that are about to barge in through this door.
I'll lean over in my chair.
He holds out like a clawed hand. Handshake deal will suffice, but please make it right now.
We got this.
Do we?
Step forward and grab his hand and shake it.
Okay. Moments after you shake the hand, the door to the cavern bursts open, and six men pile in, and that purple mind flayer just sort of floats in the door. And that is where we're going to end for the evening.
Nice.
We got loot. I have one spell slot that I haven't used yet that I can cast Sanctuary or Shield if needed. We got this.
I have most of my spells. I will say I do have most of my spell slots.
I have a crap load of spells.
Yeah, I've
I
got a lot of
haven't
spells.
used.
You're gonna need it.
We're gonna need all of them. And hey, LB, you better use that fucking wand, man.
Gonna do that.
Mind flayer time.
Rain hell on them. Just
Yes.
rain hell.
All right, well, thank you guys, everyone, for playing. Thank you all out there for watching. If you want to support the show, you can go to patreon.com/Simulacra Studios. Support us in that way. You can throw us bits in the chat or subscribe to us here on Twitch if you want to throw it that. But the best way, the pace that sort of gives you most bang for your buck, is by going to our Patreon and getting all the sweet, sweet goodies there. I want to thank most specifically Miss Mo Ferrer, Mr. James Davey, Mr. David Haddad, Mr. Michael Tyson, Mr. Eric Ramos. You are my $5 patrons, and thus I love you deeply. Truly, you have purchased my affection. All right, well, thanks everybody. See you guys in a couple weeks.
Bye.
Thanks,
Bye.
y'all.
Gonna need it.